For years, I believed in the hustle. I believed that success was a simple equation: more hours plus more effort equals more results. I was the first one in the office and the last to leave. I said yes to every project, every opportunity, every quick favor that wasn't quick at all. My inbox was a battlefield. My calendar was a prison of back-to-back meetings. I wore my exhaustion like a medal of honor. Look how hard I'm working. My tired eyes said, look how dedicated I am. And for 23 years, I went nowhere. Promotions went to people who seemed to work less. Businesses I started with sheer force of will would flicker and die. I was always moving, always busy, but if I'm honest, I was running in circles, a hamster on a wheel made of other people's priorities and my own desperate need to prove I was a hard worker. The breaking point wasn't dramatic. It was a quiet Tuesday. I was 49 years old, sitting in my car outside my daughter's school recital. I'd missed the first half because of a critical work call that solved nothing. Through the auditorium window, I could see the silhouette of her on stage, and in that moment, the equation broke. All those hours, all that effort, for what? A decent salary, a title, a life spent missing the moments that actually mattered? That's when I realized, I wasn't a hard worker, I was a busy worker. And in 2026, busy is the enemy. The old hustle, the grind at all costs, sleep when you're dead hustle, is obsolete. It's a relic from a time when labor was purely physical. Today, value isn't created by your hours, it's created by your leverage, your insight, your ability to direct energy, not just expend it. Think about it: you can dig a ditch with your hands for 10 hours, or you can operate an excavator for 1 hour and move more earth. The ditch digger is working hard, the excavator operator is working smart. For 2 decades, I was a ditch digger with a spreadsheet, proud of my blisters but bewildered by my lack of progress. The first step out of the hustle trap is the hardest. You have to conduct a brutal audit of your effort. For 1 week, I tracked every hour, not just worked on project, but what kind of work. Was it $10 per hour administrative work? Was it $100 per hour strategic work? Or was it $0 per hour work, pointless meetings, social media scrolling disguised as research, fixing problems that shouldn't exist? The results were horrifying. 70% of my effort was spent on reactive, low-value tasks. I was a human fire extinguisher, running from one small blaze to the next, while the actual architecture of my career, my skills, my network, my unique value, was quietly crumbling from neglect. I was so busy doing, I had no time to think, and thinking, it turns out, is the highest leverage activity there is. The turning point came from a simple question I started asking myself at the start of every task, every email, every meeting request: is this the highest and best use of my energy right now? If the answer was no, I had to have a plan. Could it be automated? Could it be delegated? Could it be eliminated entirely? This question became my compass. It led me to the 3 pillars of the smart hustle that changed everything. And that's where we'll pick it up, because understanding the trap is only half the battle. The other half is building the escape ladder. So we've identified the hustle trap. We've audited our effort and seen the brutal truth: we're spending our best energy on the worst tasks. Now, let's build the 2026 smart hustle. It stands on 3 pillars. The first, and most misunderstood, is strategic rest. Yes, rest, not as a reward for exhaustion, but as the foundation for high performance. In the old hustle, rest was guilt. In the new hustle, rest is strategy. Your brain isn't a machine. It's a complex biological system that solves problems, makes connections, and generates breakthroughs in its downtime. When I stopped glorifying the 16-hour day and started protecting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, something miraculous happened. I started doing in 4 focused hours what used to take me 10 scattered ones. I scheduled 90-minute deep work blocks when my energy was highest, and I guarded them like a national secret. I took actual lunch breaks away from my desk. This wasn't laziness. This was system optimization for the human being running the system. Pillar 2, technology leverage. This is the excavator versus the shovel. In 2026, not leveraging technology isn't dedication, it's professional negligence. I'm not talking about chasing every new AI fad. I'm talking about systematic delegation to machines. Here's what I did. I made a list of every repetitive, rules-based task in my week: data entry, email filtering, social media scheduling, basic report generation. Then, I spent 1 month finding and implementing one tool for one task, not 10 tools. 1. I taught an AI to draft my first email responses. I set up automatic invoicing. I used a simple tool to batch record social media content in one afternoon a month. Suddenly, 15 hours of my week were given back to me, not to fill with more busy work, but to invest in Pillar 3. Pillar 3 is the most powerful: focus multiplication. This is where you move from linear effort to exponential results. In the old hustle, 1 hour of work equaled 1 unit of output. In the smart hustle, 1 hour of work can create a system that generates output forever, or can be sold multiple times. This is where you build the digital products, the online courses, the automated lead generators, the standard operating procedures for your business. This is where you record the training once and it onboard 100 employees. This is where you write the strategic plan that guides a team for a quarter. My aha moment was creating a simple digital guide for something I knew well. It took me 20 hours to create. 5 years later, it has sold over 3,000 copies while I slept, traveled, or worked on other things. That one focused project now generates more monthly revenue than 100 hours of my old consulting grind ever did. That's focus multiplication. Bringing it all together looks like this. The 2026 Smart Hustle Blueprint. 1. The weekly energy audit, every Friday, 20 minutes. What gave energy? What drained it? Where was my focus multiplied? And where was it divided? 2. The leverage hour, every Monday morning. 1 sacred hour dedicated only to finding new leverage, researching one automation, outlining one piece of multipliable content, designing one system to delegate a task permanently. 3. The strategic no, this is your superpower. For every new request, ask, does this align with my core 20%, the activities that generate 80% of my results? If not, the answer is a polite, unapologetic no. You are not a charity for other people's poor planning. 4. Define your enough. The old hustle is a hungry ghost, it's never satisfied. The smart hustle has a finish line. Is it a specific income, 20 hours of work per week? The freedom to take 3 months off? Define it clearly. Your enough becomes the governor on your engine, preventing you from redlining yourself back into the old, destructive patterns. For 23 years, I hustled hard. I built my worth on how much I could endure. For the last 3 years, I've hustled smart. I've built my life on how effectively I can apply my unique mind to the world's needs. The result isn't just more money or more success. It's something more valuable, more life. More presence with my family, more energy for my health, more space for curiosity and growth. The 2026 world is complex, noisy, and demanding. It will happily consume every ounce of your energy if you let it. Don't let it. Stop digging with your hands. Start operating the excavator. Stop running the race. Start flying the drone. Your time, your energy, your one wild and precious life, it's all waiting on the other side of the smart hustle.